Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am of course your host Aaron, and tonight we are going to talk about WWE Monday Night Raw, September 23rd, 2024, taking place at the Ontario Center in California, which I don't know why I thought it was Canada. I guess Ontario, Canada. But anyway, let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. So I did not print out the exact lineup of what happened in Monday Night Raw. I'm going off my phone. I'm being a little lazy. So Monday Night Raw started. They were showing like pics of and videos of everybody in the parking lot coming in. And Dominic and Liv Morgan were coming in. And then you saw Bronson Reed and what's the other dude? Braun Strowman. They had like a little rumble on the side. They made their way to the ring, and we're talking how last week on Monday Night Raw, they beat the shit out of Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. And she knows that Rhea Ripley's probably injured, and she don't want to fight her at Bad Blood. Well, out came Rhea Ripley, and she's like, listen, I ain't going to fight you, Liv. I just want to talk to you for a minute. And Rhea Ripley went to explain that their match is going to be a little special, as Dominic will be in a cage hanging above the ring, like a little Shark Tank shit. They did that before, I think, either Jericho or Enzo were in there. I can't really remember. And then Rhea Ripley gave her a headbutt, and that was it for that segment. Which then took us to our first match, which was Sami Zayn versus Ludwig Kaiser, which is stemming from last week when they had the little spiff with Gunther in the ring, and he was involved. This was actually a really good match. Ludwig, of course, is phenomenal. Sami Zayn, what can he do? That is not great as well. It came down to a hell of a kick and a 1-2-3. Sami Zayn pulled the victory over Ludwig. Down came Gunther, and Gunther's like, do you want me to give you a title shot tonight in Ontario, California? I was like, Ontario, California? That's when I first got the place mixed up. And he's like, nah, I ain't giving you a title match, dog. No title match for you. We're not going to have this happen this week. I think it was kind of like, you might have beat Ludwig, but it took you a while. You didn't really prove shit to me. That cut us to the segment in the back with the New Day. As you saw last week, Xavier Woods was pissed off at Kofi. And Kofi's like, listen, brah, I didn't mean to piss you off. And Kofi's like, all right, then you make the decisions tonight. They bumped into American Made. Xavier Woods like, I want to face American Made tonight because they bumped into me and they disrespected us. And that match happened. And during the match, they were doing all right. They were good. Xavier Woods and Kofi were going to take the match. Kofi had trouble in Paradise. Could have got the victory, but Xavier Woods wanted the tag. He got tagged in. He went up for the elbow. Chad Gable interfered. Xavier Woods pulled him in, beat the shit out of Chad Gable. And as he's beating the shit out of Chad Gable, one of the other guys on the tag team, which I can't remember their names, hit Xavier Woods, and they did that move up the top rope where it rolls into you. 1, 2, 3. American Made won the match. In the back, LWO was there talking to New Day, was like, listen, I just want to apologize for what happened last week. And Xavier Woods was like, what? You want to apologize? You're apologizing because I've never been a world champion before and you're a world champion? He's just been throwing around this title shit and that you're a world champion. Kofi, you're a world champion. You're giving me shit. So next week it is going to be Xavier Woods versus Rey Mysterio. That's what I was trying to say. Dragon Lee had a match against Carlito. This was a pretty quick match. Dragon Lee beat the shit out of Carlito. 1, 2, 3. I don't remember what move he did, but Rey Mysterio came there all of a sudden from out of nowhere. He didn't come down with the LW, but appeared out of nowhere and did some kind of splash on Dominic. Yeah, that's what we're going to say. He did a splash on Dominic. Then you had big Bronson Reed, who was going to have a match against The Miz. During the match between Miz and Bronson Reed, it didn't even start. What's the name? Braun Strowman came to the ring and started beating the shit out of Bronson Reed. And then The Miz tried to get involved and was like, yo, what are you doing, brah? And then Bronson Reed did a flip over the top rope, landed on The Miz and Strowman. And then Strowman and Reed were just fighting back and forth, and all these security people were coming out and getting beat up by them, and they're getting broken up, and, they're going to have a match next week, and it's like the last man standing, you know what I'm talking about. Sheamus had a little segment saying, I'm going to beat Pete Dunne up because he attacked me with the shillelagh, and then he hit me with a block of wood, and, he's just a little bitch. We should call him Butch because he hates being called Butch. And later on in the night, Pete Dunne attacked him with some kind of I don't fucking know what it was. Maybe it was a shillelagh pipe board. I don't know what it was. But he attacked Sheamus, and Sheamus is all injured. He's like, ah! So they're going to have a match eventually, and this is This is just crazy. I don't know. I like Sheamus, and Pete Dunne is Pete Dunne. So I don't know anything more about that. Drew McIntyre, the little thingamabobber, you know, he came down the ring, said, hey, CM Punk, I saw you last week saying you were going to go to this match, and one of us are going to die, or you're going to die, I'm going to die. I don't care. My family's tired of this too. My wife's telling me that I'm obsessed over you, and we need to settle this at Bad Blood, and something about one of us isn't going to make it out alive. He looked in the camera when he said that too. There was an amazing tag team match, a women's match, I'm going to say, and the only reason I'm saying it was amazing is Io Sky was in the match, and she took full control of this. She beat the shit out of those two punks, Alba Fire and Alpha Dawn, whatever the hell her name is, of Unholy Union. Of course, Kairi Sane was her tag team partner, you know, Damage Control. And before the match, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill were like, yo, good luck on your match tonight, but we're going to beat you one day. And then Kairi Sane is like, all right. And then Io Sky's like, yeah, we're gonna beat you and take them tag team titles. So, of course, Damage Control won. It looked like Kairi Sane did damage her eye a little bit during the match, so I hope she's okay. And we will get that tag team title match eventually. Probably not next week. Probably not until the pay-per-view's done and over with. Let's see. I already talked about this match. The final match. The Intercontinental title match. Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso. This match was fantastic. Now, I'm not saying it's the greatest match you've ever seen, because it was definitely not the greatest match I've ever seen. I've been reading on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, these in the last 10 minutes before I started doing this video and shit. It seems that everyone's calling this one of the greatest matches of all time. It is not one of the greatest matches of all time. It was a very good back and forth between Jey and Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker actually carried this match very well. He is the star of this match. Jey Uso, in the end, was doing a splash over the ropes. Braun Breaker knocked him in the head. Then Braun Breaker was going to do like his spear around the ring, speared the shit out of Jey, threw him in the ring. Jey got a spear of his own, did a splash, 1-2. No! Braun Breaker said, you ain't going to beat me here. Then they got spilled to the outside. Braun Breaker's like, yo, I'm going to hit you with one of them 24 or 25 mile an hour spears. He went around. Jey did a crescent kick, knocked him back. Then he did a spear of his own, speared Braun Breaker through the barricade, threw Breaker in the ring, another spear, big splash from the top, 1, 2, yeah, baby. That's right, the Yeetster got a 3. We have a new Intercontinental Champion by the name of Jey Uso. I was shockingly surprised. I did not think he was going to win. I didn't think Braun Breaker's Intercontinental title reign was going to be so short. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with him. Maybe he got hurt, maybe he was injured, or possibly this is just for the time being to appease those fans who just wanted Jey to have a title. Or maybe it's setting up for him to get his title taken away from him by Jacob Fatu. Who knows? I don't know. I think it's a little bit too early for the Usos to join the SmackDown Bloodline angle with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Overall, we got to give this some bitch an up or a down. I'm going to say Raw. See, I get these goddamn events mixed up. Monday Night Raw, you are going to get in up. You kept me entertained. I like Kairi Sane. I like Io Sky. And hey, the final match was pretty great. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me with 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time when we go over more stuff, more things. And of course, more of me. See ya.